Number 13. Number 13 says, if 17 mangoes were shared between Mark and Paul so that Mark received 5 more than Paul, how many mangoes would Paul receive? Let me read that again. So if 17 mangoes were shared between Mark and Paul so that Mark received 5 more than Paul, how many mangoes would Paul receive? Let's see if we can take all of what we have said and start putting them into mathematical expressions and statements. Okay, so Paul receives a certain amount of mangoes. We are going to call that amount X. Here we call it X. Then we hear that Mark receives 5 more. So he gets the same amount as Paul, but 5 more also. So we could come up with this statement that says X plus 5 plus X is equal to 17. Let's look at it closely. The portion that Mark gets plus the portion that Paul gets is all equal to 17. And that's what it said. So let's solve now. Let's put our like terms together. Here we have one X over here and another one there. And if we have these two, we add them together and we get 2x. So 2x plus 5 is equal to 17. Now, we are going to, try to get x by itself. So we need to get rid of this 5 that is being added here. One way of looking at it is that we do the opposite operation. So if it's being added here, we need to subtract over here. All right. So that would now be read as 2x is equal to 17 minus 5. 17 and we take out 5, we have 12. So our new statement could be 2x is equal to 12. All right. So if we have 2x being equal to 12, we need to get x by itself. So we would divide this side by 2. Because 2 times the x, that's what 2x means. And we need to do the opposite operation to get rid of it. So 2 divided by 2, 2 will cancel 2, leaving us with the x, and that's what we want. But if we do that on the left side of the equal sign, we also need to do the same thing on the right side. So we need to divide this side by 2. That's 6, not 2. All right, so let's put our 2 here. Good. Now we have x being equal to 12 divided by 2. And 2 into 12 gives us 6. That means that Paul would have gotten 6. He would have gotten 6. But let's test that to see if that is so. Going back to our original statement, Paul has some mangoes. Mark has 5 more than the amount that he has. And all of that is equal to 17. So put the 6 here. That's what Paul got. Mark, let's look at where the x is. Put 6 there, plus the 5, plus the 6. And it should be equal to 17. Let's see if that is true. 6 and 5, that will give us 11. And 11 plus 6 would be equal to 17. So the total number of mangoes that Mark would have gotten would have been 11 plus the 6 that Paul would have gotten. And 11 and 6 would give us 17. Our answer for number 13 is 6. Paul got 6 mangoes.